Working on a 2012 Chevy Cruze 1.4 turbo. I'm gonna teach y'all a little trick here. Some of y'all may not notice. Have y'all ever noticed that there's always a ground that goes here that runs off of this harness that runs to the coil pack? Just a reminder, that little hole that goes right down there is a bad ground. I noticed when I stuck the ground wire back on there with a different screw, had it over tight, the car would stall every 5 to 10 seconds when you try to run it. Well, I got it back to the house. I had codes that kept popping up, 20 different codes for stuff I've already replaced before. So, the original ground wire that ran to it, I ended up cutting the old piece off of it and ran a whole nother 16 gauge wire that runs on this separate harness, and I have it where it's running directly here using this. Now, just so y'all know, if you cut the original wire off, run another wire somewhere over here, somewhere closest, you run it right here, the engine idles fine. I have no more high fan issues. The stalling has quit, and as you noticed, I have no more engine lights either, and it also solves the underboost problem after you've already put a new turbo on your car. Now, I did notice that if you run the same ground where it was, if you loosen up the screw a little bit where it's loose, the ground will throw off like 15-20 codes and your car will not stall. But if you tighten it all the way where it doesn't move, it will stall, throws off 20 codes, and it's weird. I've heard from a couple of people, I'm not going to mention their names, have stated that they've had ground issues off of this module, and it also says you're throwing a multiple misfire when you're not. So me having the car as long as I did, always thought these coil packs were going bad. That's not the problem. I'm not saying that it would solve your stability track problem. Can't guarantee that for like at least 3 or 4 days. But that's mainly the issue with the computer. It causes all that mayhem. So be sure when you run a ground to here, make sure your grounds are clean. This is I think this is a 16 gauge with 6.4 centimeters is what you need. You run it directly for that wire and put some cover on it. Attach it to your other harness where you know it doesn't move and go over the place. Don't worry about no moisture. Now, as you can see, there's the ground wire right there. It runs here, it runs directly, and it seems to work. It will solve all your ground issues. Now, if you wait about a week and you have no stability track problems, then there's your problem. Please feel free to leave comments. There's not really any videos on the subject for this, but I'm the type of person that will show you stuff that other people may not show you. I also have my website called Cruzeman Central. You can email me, and I can give you my email address for to give you the link to my website, or you can do my Facebook for other videos that you may need to see or you want to see. But that's how to solve the ground issue with all the codes. But just be aware, this is a 2013 engine in here, but I don't recommend hooking that ground back up there. If you don't have the original factory screw, then it may not work right, or it may have been a bad ground the whole entire time. Well, feel free to comment on my videos, and have a great one.